Hello, beautiful souls. If you're new here, welcome to our channel, and if you aren't, welcome back home. Today, my guides have a special message for us today. I'm hearing that if you've landed on this video, it's no coincidence. You've experienced a quantum leap in your journey. Thank you to our current Patreon and YouTube supporters, and I will be reaching out to you individually in the coming weeks. Please let us know if you'd be interested in a version of our cards down in the comments. I'm feeling guided to start shuffling the cards to uncover more about this powerful shift you've stepped into. I'm sensing a timeline shift here, a realignment of energies. If you're here, it means we're on the same path, journeying through a timeline that has undergone profound transformation and upgrades. You might have felt this shift within, a deep inner change. Some of you might already sense it within your spirit, your energy, even if it hasn't fully materialized in your outer world just yet. Trust that this change is unfolding from within, radiating outward, and soon it will begin to reflect in all areas of your life. I'm sensing that for a long time, you may have been identifying with the experiences that happened to you, rather than recognizing who you truly are at your core. You can look back at those pivotal, groundbreaking moments that have shaped you into the person you are today. Yet there's always been this deep inner knowing that there's so much more to you, more than what you've been led to believe. Some of you might even feel a bit fearful of uncovering this truth, as it differs so greatly from the stories you've been told about yourself. This message is coming through for a very specific feminine energy who has been yearning to connect with her inner power. Yet there's been this feeling of being held back, as if something external has been standing in the way. It's important to understand that all these illusions in your life are now being shattered, one by one. Right now, you are being blessed with a fresh start, a clean slate. Your spiritual team, your ancestors, and your higher self are guiding you, leading you directly toward your next profound breakthrough. This message isn't for everyone. I'm feeling that very strongly. But again, I'm hearing that for those of you that clicked on this, it's going to resonate, and you'll know instantly that it's meant for you. This is for a feminine energy that is deeply attuned to the universe, one who is on a profound journey of remembering her true essence. If you've been experiencing intense emotions recently, it's because your soul is yearning for freedom. Many of you were chosen specifically to elevate the energy frequency and vibration of your bloodline. You may come from a lineage where, for generations, the sacred feminine energy wasn't fully honored or nurtured. This is why it's so crucial for you to step fully into your divinity in this lifetime, to embody and express the fullness of who you truly are. And today, I feel drawn to using the traditional tarot card deck. I'm going to shuffle around the deck and see what is waiting for you today. And immediately, we have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords reversed. I'm tuning into someone's energy here. And with this Four of Swords reversed, it feels like there's been a decision to move on from something that the ego was stubbornly holding on to. It's not so much about giving up as it is about releasing, letting go of something that's been a long-standing attachment, whether that's a job, a relationship, or even a certain belief. The ego often fears that letting go is a sign of defeat, but the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from what no longer serves you, seeking something deeper, something more aligned with your true self. This decision to release what was weighing you down is actually a step toward healing and finding your inner peace. And with the Ace of Swords in the upright position, I'm feeling that your clarity and desire for truth have grown stronger than your ego's need to maintain control. Take that as it resonates. That's how the guides are delivering it right now. The number 1 might also be connecting with someone here. The message with the Ace of Swords is one of breakthrough and mental clarity, cutting through the fog and seeing things as they truly are. The energy coming through strongly right now is reminding us that we can only give to others what we hold within ourselves. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can only share love, support, or freedom with others if you have first allowed yourself to experience these things. Many believe they can love others without truly loving themselves, or offer support without supporting their own needs, or set others free while still holding themselves back. Society often conditions us to believe that seeking our own fulfillment, our own freedom, or embracing self-love is selfish. Yet it's the very opposite. It's necessary for truly being able to give to others from a place of abundance and authenticity. Now, I'm feeling my emotions well up because as I read your energy, I see someone who has every reason to guard their heart, and yet here you are, standing with your heart wide open. I see this beautiful image of you with your hands outstretched, eyes closed, radiating pure love to everyone around you, even as arrows of pain and hurt are being sent your way. You may be someone who has felt emotionally attacked or betrayed, who has been hurt by those close to you. The love you've so freely given might not always have been returned in the way you deserved, yet you've continued to keep your heart open. I'm picking up that others in your past might have misunderstood your open-heartedness, seeing it as a weakness rather than recognizing it for the incredible gift it truly is. But let me tell you, this openness of heart, though some might see it as a sign of weakness or naivety, is actually your greatest shield, a divine force field of protection. Your heart is so connected to the spiritual realm that it creates an unbreakable barrier around you, repelling anything meant to harm or diminish you. Everything that has been thrown at you, every shadow meant to dim your light, you've transmuted into something beautiful. You've become the alchemist of your own pain, turning it into love and light. But I know, beautiful soul, that this journey hasn't been easy. It takes immense courage and strength to stay open-hearted in a world that often doesn't understand or appreciate it. I'm hearing very strongly for someone out there, and I believe that's you. You're either in the middle of or on the brink of making a choice that feels really heavy, maybe even terrifying. This could be tied to that person, that situation, or that part of yourself that you're feeling called to let go of. Those fears creeping in, the ones whispering, what if you're on the wrong path? What if this is a mistake? Those fears are lying to you. They are not your intuition. Your guides want you to know that true intuition feels different. It's that quiet whisper of excitement, that spark of freedom you feel deep within. It's that vision you have, the one so bold and expansive that it might even scare you a bit. But remember, it only scares the ego because the ego fears the unknown. Those fears aren't signs that you're on the wrong path. They're just echoes from a timeline you've shifted out of. And I don't know why, but I feel so guided to speak about these timeline shifts today. Let me know in the comments if you're experiencing a timeline shift of your own, because it feels like you're going through something massive, a major timeline shift, a significant upgrade. I've spoken before about parallel reality shifting, about taking a quantum breakthrough. These concepts are all interconnected, just different ways to describe what happens when you make a choice that radically changes your vibration, your frequency. It shifts your entire trajectory, transforming your life's path and the reality around you at an incredibly fast pace. And it's reminding me of the movie Back to the Future. You know, there's that scene where time travel takes a toll on the body, and the character feels disoriented or even sick after jumping through timelines. The guides are showing me that this is similar to what some of you might be experiencing right now. You've shifted timelines so quickly that you could be feeling some unusual physical or emotional sensations as a result. Emotionally, you might be dealing with waves of fear or doubt coming to the surface. Physically, I'm getting that some of you might be feeling a lot of activity around your solar plexus or crown chakra. For those feeling it in the solar plexus, it could manifest as nausea or sudden appetite changes. You might find yourself either ravenous or with no appetite at all. You could even notice some changes in your weight because of this. And through the crown chakra, this might show up as feeling a bit unsteady or dizzy, almost like your equilibrium is off. Your ego might be responding to this with anxiety, making you feel a bit lightheaded or off kilter in ways that are hard to put into words. And of course, always check with a medical professional first. I'm not a doctor, so this is for those of you who've already explored the medical reasons behind these sensations and found no clear cause. If that's the case, these symptoms might be energetically based, a side effect of your powerful timeline shift, much like a time traveler feeling the effects of moving between realities. I don't know who needed to hear this today, but I really feel that someone's spirit guides are trying to get through with a powerful message. I'm picking up on someone who might have been looking back, reflecting on the course of a past relationship, a series of choices, maybe even the life or job path you've taken. Your ego might be leading you down those old memory lanes, bringing you back to those pivotal forks in the road, and making you question, should I have chosen differently? Did I take the right path? But I feel your spirit guides stepping in strongly here, saying, not only was this the right choice, the right path, but it was truly the only path for you. You made those decisions for a reason, guided by a wisdom much deeper than the surface level. You are so much more connected to your intuition than you or even those around you might give you credit for. Trust in the choices you've made because they've brought you exactly where you need to be. I don't know why, but again, I'm feeling so guided to share all of this. This message must be incredibly relevant for someone listening right now. I'm going to switch to the Starseed Tarot deck now and see what further guidance comes through. Okay, the first card from the Starseed Tarot deck is the Cosmic Heart. The message here is, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. This is such a powerful card, and it's bringing up some really interesting energy. Let's pull a clarifying card to dive deeper. All right, we have the void coming through next. I'm feeling that someone I'm tuning into right now is on a deep empathic level, absorbing someone else's feelings of emptiness or failure and taking that on as if it were their own responsibility. This is such a unique message and feels very specific to someone who needs to hear this. It may not resonate with everyone, but there is someone here who is energetically tied to someone who feels like they've made a mistake or failed in some way. You've been shouldering the emotional weight of this other person's perceived failure instead of allowing them to hold that burden themselves and make the necessary inner changes to grow and transform. And you've taken on this energy because you are such a deeply sensitive and empathic soul. For some of you, I'm getting that this might involve a parent. You may have a parent who feels a deep sense of failure or regret about something in their life. And as their child, you've absorbed this energy as a sense of responsibility to fulfill their unmet dreams or expectations. Rather than letting them do their own inner work to find fulfillment, you felt the need to take on that burden, trying to lead by example in hopes that it might somehow heal them or make things right. For others, this may resonate with a romantic situation. You might have been involved with someone who didn't treat you in the way you truly deserved, who made mistakes within your connection. And because you're so empathic, you extended them a lot of grace and understanding. I'm hearing that you gave them a lot of slack because you could sense that their actions were coming from a place of being unawakened from their own unhealed wounds. This person, whoever they are, seems to be carrying a lot of energetic baggage, particularly in their lower chakras, affecting their sense of security and their ability to form deep, intimate connections with others. This person might not have many close connections in their life, and I'm sensing that this stems from an inner child wound that has never fully healed. I'm picking up a strong masculine energy here. So if you're a divine feminine, this could be about a divine masculine who, because of that deep lower chakra wounding, may have made some mistakes, or even a series of mistakes, towards you. This wasn't just a one-time thing. I'm hearing that you forgave them multiple times, and yet they continued in those same patterns. This happened because they weren't doing the necessary inner work. And you kept forgiving them because you have this profound, empathic ability to see into the very heart and soul of others. You could see that beneath all the wounding, this masculine has a pure heart and immense spiritual potential because he is, in essence, a very ancient soul. However, in this lifetime, he took on a heavy load of karmic patterns, both for the collective and, I'm seeing, for a family lineage as well. It's as if his soul had a plan with you, but didn't anticipate the intensity, the weight of the karmic lessons he chose to carry. This burden was heavier than he expected, and it's weighed him down significantly in this incarnation. I'm sensing that this masculine became very stuck in these cycles, feeling deep regret over his actions. Yet he has this tendency, energetically speaking, it's not even a conscious act, of projecting this regret and pain outward because he hasn't yet fully engaged in his inner work. He is beginning to awaken, starting to connect the dots about what's happening within him, but he's only just scratching the surface. And for you, Divine Feminine, this has been incredibly challenging. You're already deeply empathic, but with this person, because of the profound bond you share, whether it's spiritual, a soul tie, or something else, you absorb his energy, his sense of failure, regret, and pain more intensely than you do with anyone else. This is why you keep feeling him pulling on your energy, as if he's weighing you down. Yet, despite all of this, you still have so much love and admiration for him. You see his potential, the light within him, and that makes it all the more challenging to navigate these energies. Here we have the Inner Earth card in reverse, which represents a masculine energy that is beginning to open the door to his own spiritual awakening, but is still heavily weighed down by unresolved wounds and dense, unprocessed emotions. This is likely the same masculine who has come up earlier in this reading, someone deeply connected to you. Alongside this, we have the Star Keeper card in the upright position, which speaks to the divine feminine's role in staying grounded, staying centered, and reclaiming her full power and presence. When I talk about reclaiming your power from this masculine energy, it's not about forcefully taking something back. That doesn't quite capture the essence of what's happening here. Energetic dynamics can be so difficult to put into words because they often transcend our physical language. Many of you who are energetically sensitive or who channel these energies through words, music, or art understand how challenging it can be to express these feelings accurately. What I mean by reclaiming your power isn't about cutting ties or creating a distance. It's about recentering yourself, recalibrating your energy, and shifting your focus back to where it truly belongs. Within your own soul, your own heart space. It's about aligning with your own energy and allowing the masculine to do his own inner work in his own time. What your guides want you to understand is that this isn't about pushing or pulling away. It's about recalibrating and recentering your energy. Shift the focus back to yourself, your purpose, your passions, whatever brings you joy and fulfillment, whatever you came to this planet to do. Focus on finding your inner peace and nurturing your self-love. By choosing to realign your energy in this way, others around you, especially if they are not yet awakened, might perceive this as selfish. Not every masculine energy I'm channeling here will react this way, but those who are still very unawakened may feel triggered by your decision to recenter yourself. However, what you will notice over time is that this masculine energy will start to mirror your actions. They will begin their own process of recentering and recalibrating, allowing the door to their spiritual awakening to continue to open. This happens because the connection between you and this person is incredibly strong, so strong that it might drive you a little crazy at times. You are so energetically intertwined that you both feel everything from one another. That's why the dynamics of pushing them away or pulling them close don't work. Whether you're trying to push toward them or pull away, it ends up bouncing back into this cycle of fear, anxiety, and desperation. Now, I'm not quite sure why, but I feel very guided to share this right now. By the way, another card just came out, the Starseed card. Clarity of purpose, alignment, inner knowing. Divine Feminine, I'm seeing you embodying this starseed energy. What you might find is that you need to use your inner wisdom and intuition to override some of the emotional patterns that are still lingering. This might sound a bit strange, but let me try to explain what I'm feeling here. As you shift your focus and recalibrate your heart center in connection with this masculine, you might find yourself encountering some old echoes of fear, anxiety, or desperation. But it's crucial that you hold on to your clarity, your foresight, and that deep, heart-centered confidence. You need to stand firm in making the right decisions for yourself, even if it means being selfish in a way, giving yourself the permission to receive love, to have your needs met, to be cared for in the same way you so naturally care for others. It's about making choices that support your own well-being, even if they challenge those lingering fears and anxieties. This is especially important as you step into this new path, this new timeline you're creating for yourself. I felt this was something someone needed to hear today. Now we have the activated Earth card showing up, and with this card, your guides are reminding you to trust where you're led. You're exactly where you need to be. When it comes to recentering and recalibrating, they're saying, remember, you are here to live a human experience. You chose to come to Earth to explore, to adventure, to love, to feel pleasure, and to fully embrace your humanity. I'm feeling a wave of emotion here because I sense that for some of you, particularly the Divine Feminine, you may have believed that to be spiritual enough, you had to deny your humanity. You might have thought you needed to stay in situations where love wasn't reciprocated or where things felt unbalanced in the 3D, thinking that enduring this was somehow part of your spiritual path. You might have felt pressured to let go of your passions or joys, feeling they weren't spiritual enough or were too chaotic. I'm also picking up on an energy of toxic positivity around some of you, perhaps from people in your life who tried to spiritually bypass their pain, covering it with a forced layer of positivity. This kind of energy doesn't allow for true healing, as it doesn't encourage you to feel and process your real emotions. Instead, it keeps you in cycles of superficial highs, followed by sinking back into deep, unresolved pain and stagnant energy. Your guides want you to understand that being spiritual isn't about rejecting your human side. It's about integrating all aspects of yourself, body, mind, and soul. It's about feeling all your emotions deeply so you can heal and move forward on your path. As you embrace this new timeline, nourish all parts of yourself and trust that every step you take is leading you exactly where you are meant to go. And I'm feeling that someone I'm connecting with here, you haven't fully given yourself the permission to embrace the beautifully messy, sometimes chaotic, emotion-filled aspects of being human. There's something about your emotions, the way you feel so deeply, that actually fuels your passion and your unique gifts. Yet you've held back from experiencing the full range of emotions, from allowing yourself to fully indulge in your own pleasure, your own material, and physical joys. I'm not sure exactly who this message is for, but I feel very strongly that it's time for someone listening to give themselves permission to balance the spiritual with the practical, to find harmony between the spiritual and the material. You are being called to truly honor your physical body, to let yourself experience pleasure, to enjoy connection, and to revel in the physical experiences that life has to offer. Understand that this is what your spiritual awakening journey here on earth is truly about. If your path were meant to be neat, glossy, and perfect on the surface, you wouldn't have chosen to incarnate here on earth. And you certainly wouldn't have chosen to come into a body that is here to transmute so much energy. Energy for your family, for your community, or even for the collective. You chose this journey. You chose to undergo this wonderfully messy, chaotic, adventurous incarnation on earth because it is through this experience, through feeling everything deeply, that you are healing. Through all of this, you are continuing to awaken spiritually. This is what it's all about. I don't know who needed to hear this, but I can feel that someone's guides were very intent on getting this message across today. Embrace the full spectrum of your humanity and know that this is your path to growth and enlightenment. Wow, this feels like such a beautiful place to close the reading. I can feel that someone really needed this message today. Remember, you are here to embrace the full range of your human experience, the joy, the chaos, the emotions, the pleasures. This is your journey, and it's perfect in all its imperfections. Thank you for being here, beautiful souls, and for sharing this sacred space with me. Until next time, keep shining your light and honoring your path.